I'm not gonna lie, I know I'm dying a lot right now, and that's because I'm trying to intentionally make SBMM put me into an easier lobby. Like, I'm not trying to reverse boost per se, but I'm literally just playing casually enough to where it'll adjust things, because people are just sweating so hard in this lobby, and I refuse to give into it. I'm not gonna jump around or bunny hop or slide. Like, it gets so draining playing every match like $1 million is on the line, so I'm just not gonna do it. Like, I'll play chill, I'll take a couple deaths. I mean, I'm trying, but, you know, not trying too hard. That's one thing I'll give XDefiant. You know, I haven't been playing that game a ton. Like, I'll dive in here and there, but I'm definitely not maining it like I am with Call of Duty. But the one thing I will say about that game is that it gives me that classic COD feeling in the way that, you know, there's almost like an element of surprise or wonder as to like how the next match is gonna go, right? Like when you dive in, it's like, all right, am I gonna get in with some sweats? Is it gonna be like a hardcore CDL type of match, or is this just gonna be some real chill, casual experience, you know, just kind of pairing up with people that are of equal or much lesser skill? I do believe that SBMM has a place in certain matchmaking algorithms, but I also believe that it should be up to the player as to whether or not they engage with said skill-based matchmaking. So for example, if you're really casual, then, you know, that's why games like Black Ops 1, for example, had the boot camp mode where when you're really low level, you could dive in. And I feel like that would be really beneficial for Call of Duty nowadays to have a lobby system, not only like that, but to also just have it like kind of split up, right? Where you have like the quick play mode where it's like, all right, like, and maybe they even label in the description, like, you could be paired up with, you know, the sweatiest of the sweatiest, or you could be paired up with, you know, Timmy No Thumbs. It really just depends on the luck of the draw. And then you just kind of dive in, and it's like that classic COD experience. And then maybe they could have something in between casual and ranked, where it's like, okay, SBMM is here, but it's also not exactly ranked play, so it's a little more competitive. Basically, like how the matchmaking is now in Call of Duty, just make it that in-between playlist, and then you have the ranked playlist, obviously, as usual. So you have the extremely casual entry-level stuff that is, you know, optional for those new players that want to get in and just kind of like for the first, maybe I'd say it's up to level 55, you could have those players in there. And then once they reach the prestiges, just like, you know, just kind of restrict their access to that just so the more hardcore players aren't allowed to ruin that experience for the newer players. And then have the casual, completely unranked, no SBMM, nothing like that, just have that one there. And then you could also have your usual SBMM playlist above that, you know, if we're going in terms of like from most casual to least casual. You have the initial playlist we discussed, and then up next, again, the one where it's just like no SBMM, you just go in, you really don't know what to expect, like how XDefiant is and like how Call of Duty used to be. Then you go above that, have the bit more of the SBMM in there, and then finally you get to ranked play, because as it stands now, yeah, I basically literally just given up on this game. I'm at the point of where like, you know, I'm cool with playing, running around so you guys can see the map and talking, but I gave up on trying on this match. Like, I just, because if I try, then that means that the, you know, my next matches are just going to be just as ridiculous.